In the heart of Oduma village, Chief Olayemi's compound stood as a testament to his wealth and wisdom. The chief was a man of renown, his influence stretching beyond his village to neighboring clans. Yet, beneath the grandeur of his legacy lay the tangled relationships of his household. Olayemi had taken 4 wives over the years, each marriage a strategic move to consolidate alliances and strengthen his power. Mama Adebola, his first wife, had earned her place through years of devotion. She was the embodiment of tradition, the mother of his eldest children, and a voice of calm amid storms. Mama Ifeoma came next, her boldness and beauty captivating the chief. She bore him children with fiery spirits, reflections of her own. Mama Fatima, the third wife, was soft-spoken but intelligent. Her children mirrored her quiet strength. Finally, Mama Ngozi, young and ambitious, entered the family with aspirations of carving a name for herself and her offspring. Olayemi's children were his pride, yet they were also the root of his household's unease. Adebola's son, Adideo, had always been a star. From a young age, he exhibited qualities of leadership. He was kind, resourceful, and remarkably intelligent. The villagers often compared him to his father, saying, "A mango tree does not bear lemons." Ngozi's son, Chidi, was equally loved but for different reasons. Mischievous and quick-witted, Chidi had a knack for turning even the gravest moments into laughter. Despite his charm, his abilities were often overshadowed by Adideo's brilliance. This disparity, though unspoken by the children, was a sharp thorn in Mama Ngozi's heart. Mama Ngozi's envy began as a seed, planted by whispered comparisons and fertilized by her insecurities. Each achievement of Adideo was like a reminder of what Chidi could never be in the eyes of the world. She would often sit in her hut, her mind clouded with thoughts of unfairness. Why must Adebola's son always shine brighter, she pondered. Her envy festered as the years passed, fueled by the constant praise lavished upon Adideo. Even the chief's pride in his eldest son seemed to diminish her standing. While Ngozi loved Chidi deeply, her fear that he would always live in Adideo's shadow began to consume her. The annual harvest festival was the highlight of Oduma's calendar. It was a time of joy, storytelling, and feasting. That year, the celebration was particularly special because Adideo had returned from a neighboring kingdom where he had successfully negotiated a trade alliance. The village hailed him as a hero, and Chief Olayemi announced a grand feast in his honor. Preparations for the festival consumed the entire compound. Each wife contributed her best dishes, a tradition that symbolized unity. Ngozi, determined to showcase her culinary skills, decided to prepare Chidi's favorite dish, yam pottage with smoked fish. Yet, her mind was elsewhere, plotting how to diminish Adideo's glory. In the days leading up to the feast, Mama Ngozi's envy boiled over into malice. Driven by desperation, she visited Olitu, the village herbalist. Her pretense of seeking medicine for Chidi's recurring stomach pains masked her true intentions. This potion, Olitu warned, is potent. It will dim the fire in anyone's belly, but tread carefully. What is done cannot be undone. Ngozi nodded, clutching the vial with trembling hands. Her plan was simple: add the potion to Adideo's food and watch his brilliance fade. She reasoned that without Adideo's light, Chidi's own star would shine brighter. On the morning of the feast, Ngozi worked diligently in her kitchen, mixing the potion into the yam pottage. Her hands shook as she stirred the pot, her heart racing with fear and anticipation. As the feast commenced, the village gathered in the chief's compound, their laughter and songs filling the air. Adideo, unaware of the dark plot against him, sat at the center of the celebration, radiating joy. Ngozi carefully placed the poisoned dish among the others, ensuring it would reach him. But fate intervened in a cruel twist. Chidi, hungry and impatient, stumbled into the kitchen before the meal was served. His eyes lit up at the sight of his favorite dish. "Mama, is this for me?" he asked, grabbing a spoonful before Ngozi could stop him. "Chidi, no!" Ngozi screamed, but it was too late. The boy's smile faded as he began to choke, collapsing to the floor. Panic spread through the compound as villagers rushed to help. Ngozi cradled her son, her mind reeling with horror. Her plan had backfired in the most devastating way. Ngozi's cries pierced the night as she held Chidi's lifeless body. The villagers gathered around her, their celebration turned into mourning. Mama Adebola and the other wives looked on in shock, their suspicions growing as Ngozi's behavior became erratic. "Why, Chidi? Why did you eat it?" Ngozi sobbed. Her lament revealed more than she intended, and whispers spread among the crowd. The truth dawned on them: the dish had been meant for someone else. The village elders convened to investigate the tragedy. Under their questioning, Ngozi broke down and confessed everything: the envy, the plot, and the unintended consequences. Chief Olayemi was devastated. His household, already fraught with tension, was now shattered by betrayal. Adedeo, grief-stricken over the loss of his brother, pleaded for mercy on Ngozi's behalf. "She has lost more than we can imagine," he said, his voice heavy with sorrow. But the elders were resolute. Ngozi's actions had endangered the unity of the village, and she was to be exiled. Ngozi left Oduma, carrying the weight of her guilt and the memory of her son's laughter. Her journey through the wilderness was one of penance, her tears watering the dry earth. In her exile, she found a quiet place to reflect, her regret growing deeper with each passing day. Back in Oduma, the tragedy became a cautionary tale. Elders told the story to teach the dangers of envy and the importance of cherishing family. Adedeo rose to prominence, but the loss of Chidi left a permanent scar on his heart. He carried his brother's memory with him, ensuring that his legacy was one of unity and compassion. The tale of Chidi and Adedeo lived on, a reminder that in seeking to harm others, we often destroy what we hold most dear.